I want to begin tonight paying tribute to a magnificent human being who was with us here on the show that aired in September of 2019. He's Holocaust survivor Edward Mossberg, and he just passed away this past week. He was a magnificent guest on our show. He actually wore one of the prison suits from Auschwitz, which he was in as a young man. And he passed away in his 90s. He has been one of the most remarkable people in telling the story of the Holocaust and made a wonderful success here in this country. Here's just a little bit of our visit with Edward Mossberg.
God bless United States, and God bless you, all of you. And thank you for listening to me.
It was a special evening, and the audience gave him that night a spontaneous standing ovation. Such a powerful, powerful presentation, and one of the greatest people I've ever met. And my heart is broken that he's gone, but what an impact, an indelible impact of perseverance that he has left for all of us. Now, for those of you who haven't been able to afford a vacation this year because of the Biden inflation that is robbing you of a full month of your earning and spending ability, I just want to say don't despair. Now the Biden administration is making it possible for you to see places in America you didn't think you could even afford. Simply get to the Mexico-Texas border and walk across with the other 2 million people who have already come across this year, and then you might get a free plane ride to exotic locations like Martha's Vineyard, San Francisco, New York City, or Washington, D.C. Absolutely. And when you arrive, you'll be given free gift cards to do some shopping. And your meals will be paid for by the generous and hardworking American taxpayers. But as I reflect on what the government does that ticks me off, I realize I got lots of things to get off my chest. Things that irritate me, offend me, or just flat makes me even crazier than people think I already am. Now, because I travel every week and usually several days a week, I hate it that airlines want to charge me a change fee of $200 if I change my flight that maybe I paid for several months ago. Now, almost every flight that I'm on, it gets changed by the airline. They change the time of my departure, the time of arrival, the connection time, you name it. But here's what I got to thinking. If they're going to charge me if I change my flight, how about me charging them every time they make a change? I honestly think I'd come out way ahead on that one. And let me give you a tip. When walking through airport concourses, here's a friendly reminder. Walk on the right side of a crowded concourse. Instead of schlepping your suitcase directly into oncoming traffic of people trying to get to their gates. Unless you're from England, you drive on the right side of the road, so walk that way, okay? And if you decide, some other people have traveled, huh? And if you decide to suddenly stop, think about stepping over to the side instead of just blocking the path. And by the way, I want to do something about toe fungus commercials on TV. You know, the ones that run right at dinner time and show close-up graphic photos of people with disgusting yellow toe fungus. Ugh. Ditto for those commercials that show people with skin rashes or unsightly open wounds. I don't need to see that anytime, but please spare me at dinner time. And by the way, I don't need to hear details about some of the diseases and their treatments. Look, I'm truly sorry if your bowels haven't moved in a month. But don't tell me about it. And frankly, I wish drug companies wouldn't suggest that we have every ailment imaginable whose symptoms really aren't that bad and certainly not life-threatening, but they can be cured by a drug that just costs $1,000 a month. Then they list the side effects, which include loss of appetite, constipation, diarrhea, hair loss, unsightly rash, itching, shortness of breath, heart palpitations, fingers falling off, and foul body odor. And by the way, I don't need for my grandchildren to hear about some product that helps with intimacy problems, and then they end up asking, "Hey, Papa, what does that mean?" My gosh, the cures are sometimes worse than the maladies. And here's another thing. Let's get rid of self-checkout. Because if I wanted a job at Walmart, I'd apply for one, okay? I'm sorry, but when I go to the store, I want to purchase produce, not weigh it. And no, I do not need an extended car warranty. I don't need siding for my brick home, and I don't need a magazine subscription to Modern Bride magazine. And if you're a company and I call for help, but I've got to answer 74 questions in your phone tree before you will even tell me to use your app, but then your app doesn't answer my question or resolve my issue, I'd like to bust you right in the app. I really would. And if you feel that you need to wear a mask, look, that's fine. I got no issue with that. But do you really need to wear it in your car when you're all by yourself? I mean, really. I mean, are you afraid of getting COVID from the radio? And if you work in the food industry, I realize you're probably instructed to ask people if they want fries or a slush with their burger. But at least think about what you're saying. I was in a McDonald's once and I asked for an ice cream cone. The server asked if I wanted ice cream with that. I asked her if she sold many without the ice cream. Of course, it didn't really matter since their ice cream machine was, of course, broken. So, there you have it. I'll bet you have your own list of pet peeves. It might feel good to get them off your chest. But do it soon before Twitter and Facebook ban you for saying it and the FBI raids your house because you had the audacity to express yourself in what once was a free country.